Hey there, everybody, Pally here, and welcome back to Dark Souls. So, it's been a little while for me, actually. You guys won't have seen this as the way the videos are being uploaded. Actually, there's going to be one massive last batch that goes up in order to get everything uploaded before Dark Souls 2 rolls out here in 3 days. Yay, Dark Souls 2. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But I went on vacation, and then it's been about a week and a half since I've really played Dark Souls at all. And now we're going to come back in, and we just need to finish up. We have 1 or 2 episodes to do. Every major boss, or every hostile mob boss, is dead except for Lord Gwyn, the final boss. There's one other thing we wanted to kill, and that was about it. I was going through, and I think I said something. Unfortunately, with the way things are going, I don't see any chance of doing one part of this series that I was going to show. That's mainly these last few souls. So we have a Soul of Artorias, the Guardian Soul, Priscilla, Smog, and the Iron Golem. And basically, I was going to try and ascend enough weapons to create these, and that way you could see the ones we've had. We've already done... we already did Artorias' Great Sword, we've done the bow, we've done a few items, but those last few souls I wanted to try to do. It's just not going to happen. I'm trying to think of all the ones we did. So we got the Artorias, or not that, where is it? Great Sword of Artorias. We got the moon, well, that wasn't ascended. There's a few of them in here. Anyway, in order to do this in a timely manner so we can be ready to move on to Dark Souls 2, it's not going to be able to happen. Now, I can give you a little bit of a rundown of what we've got. So first of all, not the Lord Souls. What am I doing here? There. Let's see. First, the Guardian Soul. This one you can pretty much ignore. It's another reason it's a little bit different. They never actually put an item in the game. The only thing you can do is consume this soul for 10 or 12,000 souls. The Soul of Artorias, you can make another great sword. Any plus 10 sword. So, a straight sword, bastard sword, barbed sword, great sword, ultra great sword. Any of those can be ascended with this, and you can get Artorias' weapon. It was not the great sword of Artorias. This is the Sword of the Abyss, the one that he was actually using when we fought him in the arena. That's what you will get from this item. There's only one option on this. The Soul of Priscilla can be used with any halberd or whip to create a great scythe. I forget the exact name of it. It's like the Bloody Great Scythe or something. The scythe is very similar to the scythe that we're actually using right now, with the exception of it does more bleed damage. Has a higher bleed buildup. When you do trigger bleed, it bleeds for more, but it also triggers bleed buildup on yourself as you're using it. So every time you swing, you trigger a little bit of bleed buildup on your own. For that, you can go ahead and you can use the shield that reduces bleed buildup, and you should be okay as long as you don't go nuts with it. Then the Soul of Smog. This is used to create his hammer. You might remember him. He has the massive two-handed mace. Creates that exact same item. The core of the Iron Golem can be ascended with an axe or a gauntlet. So you can either turn it into a fist weapon, a gauntleted fist weapon. I don't know if we even have any gauntlets, do we? Let's come in here and go through. This is the whip, that's the dark hand, that's all ranged. I don't know if we even have a gauntlet in order to make one. It's something to think about. No, but you could ascend it with any plus 10 gauntlet to create a weapon for that, or an axe to give you his great axe. It's a massive, very heavy axe that has a ranged attack actually on it. Similar to the Moonlight Greatsword, it shoots out a ranged projectile, but unlike the Moonlight Greatsword, it is melee-based rather than magic-based, or physical-based rather than magic-based. So those are the items that you can still create with the souls we currently have. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do that to show you. Okay, so we have Lord Gwyn and one other guy. We can actually come up here, and we can kill this guy now. I normally don't actually do this, but just so you can see, because there's actually a neat thing about this guy, this fight here, and that's going to be the only reason we do it.
First defeated Calamite, wondrously played. Lord Gwyn's blessing upon me. That beast will never take to the skies again.
Now, there's really nothing we need to purchase from him, so there's really no reason to keep him around. Anything else, other than the arrows we can buy from anybody else, and his arrows are just so ridiculously expensive and require one of the giant bows to use, something we're not going to do. So we can now kill this guy and get his armor. Now, the unique thing... Yeah. Stop talking. The neat thing about this fight is he's blind, and we can take perfect advantage of that. If we put on quieter armor, let's see, what do we want to do? Let's go with just the red set that I know will work just fine. I don't feel like spending too much time looking at this. We're just going to put this whole set on. And there, and there. We can then put on this ring. I don't remember what it's called. Boost defense, magic, boost lightning, curse, attack, defense. There's nothing. Where produces no sound. Now as we move around, he won't be able to hear us. Makes him unbelievably easy to kill. So
this is true human nature. Tortoise is in your debt, but I'll leave us me little choice.
now, he will still focus on you when you attack him, and he does do those big general AoE attacks, but it allows you to move around fairly safely without him. Well, okay, he's going to prove... There he is. Now you can tell he's looking around. Let's go ahead and... Ooh. Whoops. Watch me die to this guy now after... Oh, holy crap. Time to put some distance between us. Let's try combustioning him. He fights very much like a wrestler would. You can see he's using his entire body. He knows we're kind of trapped in this little area with him, and he's going to try and just beat us up that way. This is working much better now. Oh, come on, I rolled out of that. Don't fall. I just... Well, that's not how we were trying to do it, and hopefully he hasn't completely reset. Apparently here, just coming up the ladder. Oh, come on! Let's, flask. There we go. He's down. We do get quite a few souls, 20,000 souls, and his armor. It's nothing great. We also get his bow, which is pretty badass. Obviously, it's not that big when we get that, but there you go. That's the last guy. Now, you could go back through, and I believe all the blacksmiths can be killed. Pretty much every NPC can be killed. We're not going to do all that. It's just really not worth all the effort. I know, what's the primary one, not the giant one. It's not a Torius. What's his name? Or Straza, whatever the heck his name is. He actually fights very similar to that guy. He's a wrestler, but he is much faster than that guy was. I'm going to go ahead and put all my Elite Knight set back on, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to take a few swings at Gwyn. Now, I talked a little bit about Lord Gwyn a while back, where he fights almost completely different than any other boss we've fought so far. Not exactly hard, but he has... Did we get a Black Knight shield yet? Do we have a Black Knight? Let's see here. Let's jet, silver, eagle, black iron gun. No. What? No, it looks like silver is the best we got. The black has... We're looking for fire resist. So that's 85. That's the dragon's going to be our best. He, you mostly want to parry him, is the best way to beat him. With a good weapon, about 3 or 4 parries, and he will be dead. Now, his attacks come in groups of 2s and 3s, and when they do come, they come fairly quick. Now, the first 2 attacks, if you miss like the first swing, you can still parry the second, but you can't parry the third. Let's see, so we're going to consume the Guardian Soul, we're going to consume this soul. Basically, we're going to level everything up. We're going to max out what we got. Let's see, so 6. Let's get rid of that because there's only 1, and we'll select that one. Come in here, and we'll consume those 2 single souls. Use item. And use item. Well, yeah, we're gonna have about 100,000 souls. Be enough for 1, maybe 2 levels. I think we're at 60,000. I think use our level up, so probably not quite enough for 2. We'll see what happens. There we go. Okay, level up. What do we want? Let's just go ahead and do Dexterity and Dexterity, 2 levels. There we go, level 96. Good. Good, good. Warp to Firelink Shrine, yes. So there's not a whole lot to get to Lord Gwyn. He's actually pretty straightforward. There's 4 or 5 Black Knights we need to kill, and that's about it. Let's actually repair equipment. It's just that stuff. That's fine. We don't need to reverse hollowing. There's no need for that. I do want to attune magic, and I want to replace... Nope, that's right. Greater magic weapon. Well, we don't need any of this fire stuff. That's not going to work against him. So, let's see here. What do we have? Oh, we could use some of the dark fog and stuff. That would maybe work. Let's do dark orb. Dark. Yeah, we'll just put them all in there. Now we don't need that one. Oh, I did find something else out. So the Soul of Manus that we used to create that big heavy catalyst that we could use, that was actually probably a mistake. I should have instead used that on... I should have traded that in to the Crow. Did I ever talk about the Crow? I don't know if I did. I wonder if that'll work on him. Probably not. I'm just thinking out loud here for a moment. Let's put... No, we don't want that. Don't want that. Don't want that. We'll do that. Okay. That'll work. So... There we go. That'll work. And... that one can be very useful. It just puts out kind of a little wave in front of you that is very fast cast. As he's moving in, you can hit him with that. That'll do quite a bit of damage. What was I saying? Okay, so there's the homing soul mass that I have here. And you may remember that there was ones that looked like this but were the black magic ones. And I said I wasn't exactly sure where to get those. Well, I found out. What you want to do is you want to take the Soul of Manus back out to the Undead Asylum. And as you come in, there's an extra crow's nest that you can place items in. What am I doing? I'm getting a talisman. So we got the Sorcerer's Catalyst there. Let's put that there, and then we just want a Light Catalyst in the other hand. Which one of these? Let's see. Wait, 1.0, 2.0. What's the magic adjust? Magic adjust here. Is this the one that kills from den? Over the moon. This one is boosted by faith, not int. Which is... Okay, that one will work. I was just making sure we didn't use one that used up twice. So now basically I can do... This way I can put greater magic weapon on my right hand weapon, and then need be, we can use this wand in order to cast the dark orb and everything else. Okay, real quick before we go fight Gwyn, let me show you this nest thing, as there's some points where this comes in. If we come up here, we got to go all the way back to the Undead Asylum, and it's right at the front of there. We'll have to kill those 3 hollow men, and that's about it. Around. Need to turn off my 60 FPS so we can make this roll. There we go. Turn it back on. Now I can't go up there. Turn it back off. That is so weird. Alright, we'll wait till we get up to the crow's nest. Anyway, there's a crow's nest out here for like a smaller crow or something. And you can leave a whole number of items in there. And if you log out and log back in or leave and come back, they will swap items with you. If you put the Soul of Manus into this nest, they will then give you the spell for that black magic spell, which is the Homing Soul Mass one, the equivalent of that, but in black magic. And that spell is very popular in PvP, as it homes better than the crystal one does, and it's relatively it's slower, but it has better homing. That's this nest back here.
You, give me warm, give me soft.
And there you go. You can then come up here, and if we just came in and dropped an item here and log out and log back in, the item would then be swapped out. You don't actually, there's no place, you just drop the item on the ground there. And that's how you go ahead and you can get that Homing Soul Mass version of the black spell. Back we go. Yeah, come on. Okay, time to go kill Gwyn. We'll probably make it to his entrance, and then we will pick up with attempts on Gwyn at the very beginning of the next episode. Ow. Didn't want to take that much damage. Yep. Alright, we'll just hit the bonfire and head on down. Oh, forgot to bring my FPS back up. There we go.
I am pleased. Is it something, Erd?
Yeah. Take me to,
Very well. Then
You can actually, I think, just jump right in that hole, and you'll end up down here without taking any fall damage. I don't know if it's not worth risking it. Okay, video cutscene time. Okay, I thought it was longer than that. I guess I was wrong. But here is the final area. This is Kiln of the First Flame. That was good timing, because I almost forgot what it was called. We gotta go ahead, and we're gonna have to fight through, I think it's 4, it might be 5 Black Knights, each one with a different weapon. In fact, let's put on our loot ring. Maybe we can get some of these weapons. Boost item discovery. There we go. Be nice if we can get a Black Knight shield. Would be great. So first is just the standard longsword. Then it's like, I think it's the spearman, then the halberd, and then the last guy has the great sword. Ooh. Black Knight sword. I actually like the Black Knight sword. It's a little odd. heavy attack is very slow, but his regular attack is very quick, making for some heavy damage output. I had it backwards. This is the great sword. The last one must be the axe. Black Knight Greatsword, Red Titanite Chunk. And these guys will respawn, though I believe their Titanite Chunks are only guaranteed drops the first time around. So this one will drop like a blue, and the last one drops a white. You can see there's one out there on the bridge. If you're not sure, go ahead and pull this guy with a bow and arrow. You can bring him all the way out here. I don't feel like swapping out my gear for a bow and arrow, so we're going to just come out here and then we'll run back. Oh, there is one item there, out there. I forgot about that. That thing, I saw it, because that is actually the Black Knight set. Titanite Trunk. And there's the whole Black Knight armor set. Looks neat, nothing overly spectacular. Fairly heavy. So. And I believe one more. Maybe two more. That looks like two more. This one has the axe and the polearm guys down a little further. Dang it! Stop turning so much so I can get behind you and get a backstab off. There we go. Wait, Titanite Chunk. Dang it, we're not going to get a shield. One more chance left. Halberd. The halberd's actually very nice. It's a very high DPS weapon, especially two-handed. And here we are at the boss. Okay, so we're going to swap this out. We're going to go back to our fire defense ring. He does use a lot of fire spells, so we're going to want that. We have our high fire ring on. How are we doing on time? Let's see, we got about 7 minutes left before we hit the 30-minute mark. Let's give it a go. Maybe we can finish this up right now. Oops, I forgot to enchant my weapon. Oh well. Oh! Wow, good start. Yeah, his grab is pretty painful. Come here. There's the first parry. So you see, I got it on his backhand. Now that would have come back with a straight-on another third swing, but I got it in time. There's a double attack, and he's already half dead. Yeah, keep doing that. I'm okay with that. Backhand. I find it easier to hit the second swing rather than the first. I block and then go ahead, and when he brings the second swing around, oh, I missed that one. And I couldn't have done it to the third one, so I just blocked it. There's another one, and I think that might do it. Alright. Oh, nope, nope, he's still alive. Hey, none of that. Just die. There we go. Well, that was anticlimactic, wasn't it? He really is kind of a give me boss. It's almost kind of, okay, you've made it this far into the game. Here's the ending. Congratulations. Now we have several options. We have two options. We can either rekindle the first flame, or we can go ahead and we can leave. The game, you'll have to go digging into the story a little bit more. They'll explain what's going on. I'm not going to go into all of that. This is kind of, from what I understand, this is considered the good ending. So we'll go ahead and we'll show this, and I'm going to spend a few minutes just explaining what's going to happen with the Dark Souls 2 series. And there we are. Dark Souls, everyone. So, overall, I love this game quite a bit, and hence the reason I did this series and everything. And it was quite nice, actually, as doing the series go ahead and allowed me to learn more about the game, because I wanted to try and give you guys as accurate information as possible. Obviously, there were some places where I screwed that up pretty bad. I missed quite a few things, like with the bonfires being kindled twice instead of 3 times, and so forth. But in the end, I think we got most of it correct.
The dark sign brands the undead.
I don't remember this.
And in this land, the undead are corralled and led to the north.
This is just the opening. For some reason, I don't remember that part of the video. So, we could go ahead and go right into New Game Plus. At this point, you've got the game down. If you've made it this far, you've killed Gwyn, you can handle everything coming up. Everything hits a little bit harder, but you have all your gear. About the only thing you lose is the Lord Vessel. And, let's see here. You lose the Lord Vessel, you lose the kiln sticks, the stick from Pinwheel, so you can't rekindle the fires, though we've already kindled most of them. But that's about it. Everything else is the same. So, you can go ahead and just run through. The mobs are all going to hit notably harder. They take a good bit more damage, but you're in New Game Plus. That's kind of what to be expected. So, as of recording this, Dark Souls 2 is 3 days out on consoles. I have ordered it for PS3, plan on picking that up, and I'm going to focus on trying to get through and getting to know it as well as possible. I'm going to spend a good bit of time with it, and stamina, that's what we want, and we want, let's go with the silver. I'm going to spend a lot of time with it and hopefully be ready to go, that as soon as it comes out on PC on April 25th, I can go ahead and start making walkthrough videos. Before then, I will probably do a let's look at video of it. Now, the video is actually probably not going to contain any gameplay footage. I might pull some footage from other people. I don't know exactly how I'm going to do it. Basically, I don't have any way of capturing my PS3's footage, at least without changing things up quite a bit, and it just seems like too much effort when 45 days later we're going to be getting come on, where is he? We're going to be getting it on PC, where I can capture better footage, higher resolution footage, and so forth. So, that's my plan. And once that, so I'll do the let's look at, where I'll just give you my feelings on it so far, if I'm liking it, disliking it, how great it is, and the idea. And then once, oh, come on, hit it one more time. There we go. That's one dead Asylum demon. Once it comes out, we'll start the walkthrough series and everything, and I'll do kind of like this. It's not going to be a let's play, get to the end. It's going to be trying to cover everything we did. I would say we've gone ahead, and why can't I open that? Do I have to go around? I have to go talk to what's his face. That's right. Or did it just open? Because you need to get the Estus flasks. Did it open? It's locked. Ah, I gotta go all the way around and talk to what's his name. I forgot about that. What was I saying? It's going to be a more comprehensive type walkthrough like this was over some of them. You know, I'm going to try to kill every single boss. I'm going to focus on getting as many weapons as possible. Obviously, there are certain paths that exclude other paths. For example, we never really dove into the covenants here in this playthrough, and certain covenants, if you jump on one covenant, it excludes another covenant, or if you kill bosses in a certain order, it excludes certain covenants and everything. So we missed out on some of that. In terms of combat and gameplay, we've probably experienced, I would say, 90 to 92% of what the game has to offer. We've missed a few weapons, like if we joined the...
I'm done.
what is it?
Regrettably.
If we joined the Covenant with Nito, Dark Lord Nito, I don't remember what his Covenant is called, but the one where he is down in the basement, you can get the Dark Wraith armor set, you can also get the Dark Wraith weapon. Obviously, we didn't get that. If you join the Covenant where the 4 kings are, the one where if you go in and you kill them before you get in the Lord Vessel, you get a different set of weapons you can pick up and everything. None of that we've done, but we've seen most of it, and that'll be what the Dark Souls 2 walkthrough will be. It'll try to be as much as we can do in a single playthrough, a slow and focused playthrough. I think that's going to about do it. I hope you've enjoyed this series. Altogether, it's going to be about 60 episodes long. It's going to be about 35 hours in total gameplay. Yeah, I've enjoyed making it. So this has been Paler. Thanks for watching.